Welcome back. Joining me now is Elias Dupuy, a well-known Dominican photographer who knows exactly how to capture the true beauty on and off camera. Now, I wanted to get a perspective from a male on what he thought about natural hair versus chemically processed hair. So I've invited Elias Dupuy to have a chat with me on the Tarnia Green Show about the subject matter. Elias, thank you so much for joining me on the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Yes, how are you doing?
I'm awesome.
Okay, now you know what the topic is, natural hair versus chemically processed hair.
Right.
Do you have any preference?
Natural hair is something that I'm pretty passionate about. I think I really do like natural hair. It says something about a woman when she's confident enough to walk down the road in an afro, as opposed to a weave or processed hair, in my opinion.
What were you introduced to as a young man? I talk about your mother. I talk about your sisters, or if you have, your aunts, your grandmother.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't have any sisters, but I never really understood why natural hair was okay for little girls, but it wasn't okay for teenagers. Teenagers, it seemed, as soon as they turned 13, sort of got addicted to the creamy crack, and yeah, I just never really understood that. And I think it's good to see that today young people are enjoying the fact that they have their natural hair.
When you talk to women who wear their hair natural, what are some of the things they say to you, why they've decided to take on this, trend?
I actually have a lot of friends who have transitioned from processed hair to natural hair, and a lot of them seem very excited about the change in their life. A lot of times it does coincide with an actual change in their life, like they graduate college or they're trying to sort of become a different person, but it's something that they've taken on as a lifestyle, and it's not something that's easy. It's kind of like being a vegan. You have to kind of source your products, and you have to source, help with it. But I think it's something that speaks to just being at a stage in your life where you're totally comfortable with being yourself. Yes.
Do you think it comes down to economics? Do you think it comes down to finance? People may say maybe it's a decision because it's more economical for them. It's cheaper on their pockets. Is that a misconception, or?
I think in some ways, but not really. I think hair care is hair care, and if you're serious about it, you probably do have to spend a bit of money on it and a bit of time on it. But it probably is easier to maintain natural hair. Like you heard, like one of the guests said, it's sort of what did you say? Wash, sprinkle, and go.
Yes, but as a kid myself, personally, I don't remember using too many products on my hair. As a young girl growing up, I would probably wash my hair once a week, not with any kind of sophisticated shampoo, just the basics, and I would probably use petroleum jelly at that time, and sometimes when we'd put castor oil, in my hair. We were not that sophisticated about hair. And now when I talk to young women, they talk about putting in products, natural products in their hair. So what's that about?
I honestly have no idea what that's about. But the truth is, if you do use coconut oil, you do use petroleum jelly, you do use castor oil and stuff like that, you can get very, very good results from your hair.
No. So Elias, if you had a choice, there are two ladies that you quite like,
Yeah, well, you're trying to put problems in my relationship right now, because my girlfriend don't want that life.
Was that?
You're trying to put problems in my
This is a show, Elias. Hello, she's not going to take it personal. I asked you the question.
Oh, really? Okay. I have to tell her about this when I get. No.
Yes. What I'm getting from you is that you have an appreciation for women with natural hair. Does that really go personal?
Absolutely. My mother is someone who has made that transition, and she sort of made the transition a bit later in her life. But it's something that I think that she takes very, very seriously, and that I absolutely applaud her for. I think it's, like I said, it takes a lot to just be comfortable in your own skin. It's sort of coming to a realization that you are beautiful, just the way you are.
Well, you're a young man, now you don't have a family of your own as yet, but in the event that you have a daughter someday, would you be a strong advocate for her to wear her hair natural?
Absolutely, I would at least give her the information that she needs and tell her that it's great to have your thick lips and your broad nose and your kinky hair. That's awesome. That's beautiful.
You're a photographer by profession, by career.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any special thrill you get when you photograph women with natural hair?
Well, I'll tell you, it is refreshing because it's not something that we encounter probably on a daily basis. But it is awesome when you go to a wedding and you see someone not with natural hair, or you show up to a photo shoot and you see a model with natural hair. That's genuinely beautiful.
When you take your photographs, do you pay particular attention to the head of hair?
I do, but I'm certainly not in a way that would distinguish one particular type of hair from another. It's just what I personally prefer.
Okay, all right. Elias Dupree sharing his comments, sharing his views on natural hair versus processed or chemically processed hair. We want to thank you so much, Elias, for joining me on the show. It's such a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
All the best to you.
All right.
I am sure you will agree that this was another exciting show. From this episode, we got a greater appreciation for natural hair. From the people we have spoken to, what we're seeing now is a confirmation that this is a lifestyle that is very important to a lot of women now in Dominica. It's a refreshing awakening or an acceptance of the natural beauty of black women and a rejection of the European concepts of what has been regarded as beauty for far too long. And that's all the time we have for the Tarnia Green Show today. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to join us next time for another exciting show. Remember to like the Tarnia Green Show Facebook page and share with your friends. Until next time, I am Tarnia Green. Thanks for watching.